everyone. Today, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some spooky vibes, history, and culture, and we're going to dive into Chalindrey Witch Festival, which is also known as the Fête des Sorcières. The yearly celebration takes place in October, of course, in the town of Chalindrey in northeastern France. We will be going on a deeper journey into its historical background and find out what it means in society today. And here is actually a picture of the Chalindrey town way back in the 16th century. And isn't it cool? I mean, obviously the black and white, right? Here we'll see on the map, and you can see Chalindrey is going to be that little orange spot. Chalindrey is a small town located within Haute-Marne department in northeastern France. Although it might not be locally readily identifiable by us here in the US or many other people, because I had to work to find this info, Chalindrey is well known in its region for its association with witch lore and history. Just like the Fort du Canelot you see here, which this is a picture of it when you walk inside, and this is actually the exterior view. So it's not inside, but you're inside the walls on the supposed exterior view. Historically, because of its geographic location near ancient trade routes and its castle on the hill, the town became an important place a few centuries ago, and then a place associated with witchcraft and lore. Isn't that great? History. What's the history? To better comprehend the festival itself, it's helpful to kind of contextualize it. Let's break it down. During the Reformation period in the 16th century, Europe was inundated with the fear of witchcraft. Chalindrey was definitely no different than any other towns during this time period. The nearby Fort du Conelot was referred to as Devil's Point by locals as well as the Devil's Fortress, and it had become associated with stories about strange gatherings, curses, and rituals, and unfathomable darkness that would happen within the walls you see here. It really was kind of crazy because they stated that a lot of the witch trials even happened within these walls. And the rumors provided fuel for actual witch trials and accusations that were conducted in the area. So think about it this way: there were women being sacrificed, and there were actual trials happening based off of literal superstition and rumors. And while some of the allegations were founded in superstition rather than facts, of course, they certainly had a lasting position in collective memory. And to the left here, you'll kind of see of what it was looking like in the town at that time. A little crazy. Everybody's going everywhere, which here, which there, and it's kind of insane when you think about it. The witches and the lores. And catch me dancing in this photo here to the left. Just kidding. Very old photo. That wasn't me. Legends of secret gatherings and rituals, which is the explanation here to the left and to the right. And these kind of images were the stories that shaped local folklore over centuries. Tales described women who were accused of performing secret ceremonies, brewing potions, or even bringing misfortune to their community. In fact, the women were usually victims of fear and suspicion, and if they had prior disagreements in their community, over. Over the time, though, the tales of the witches became a part of the history of Chalindrey. In the present, the tales of the witchcraft and the lore are not located in fear anymore, but have instead become an aspect of creative storytelling, plays, and performances that add to the character of the contemporary festival itself. Let's fast forward to the 20th century. A contemporary festival is born. The town of Chalindrey decided to turn its gruesome history into a cultural event. So, from a small local gathering came the Fête des Sorcières, a festival celebrating history, folklore, and fun for the entire family. The event quickly grew in popularity, and today it attracts visitors from all over France and beyond. And this transformed Chalindrey from a quiet rural town into a destination celebrating witches in a positive light. And you can see here there's everyone is dressed up. So we took the dark parts of it and they turned it into something beautiful. The thing is that Chalindrey's witch festival's cultural significance extends beyond entertainment. It serves as an opportunity for the town to both remember its past and transform it into a celebration of historical significance. Unlike the shame of being associated with witch trials as a community, coming from a witch herself, into a celebration of resilience and creativity through the celebration itself. The town's history surrounding the trials is now celebrated. Aside from benefiting tourism and the local economy in Chalindrey, the festival fosters local identity. The connections between history and folklore amongst new culture is such a strong bond. And here you'll see it. You can see the picture to the right where it's just full of costumes and culture. And then you see these wonderful gentlemen here to the left, which what I found out were baking bread. And I really want to have this bread. Trust me. Trust me, I've looked into it and I would love to. Although, again, it was very hard to find the information and I only found like information about last year. But if you plan on attending the Chalindrey Witch Festival today, this celebration and its activities typically last a whole weekend around Halloween time. Locals, tourists, and probably your classmates will enjoy costumes, parades, music, where kids and adults dress up as witches, ghosts, and other characters. Often there are contests for ugliest, best handmade stuff. There's a Celtic dance performance and a tunnel of horror type of event to enjoy if you attend. So for families, they have face painting, outdoor concerts, and they may show films associated with Halloween traditions. In certain years, they also name Miss Witch at the festival, and it's all meant to be fun and celebrating and entertaining rather than being scary or frightful. And we can see here, these are pictures from last year's festival, and look how cool this is. Look at that dragon. Is there a human being in there? Let me know. I know I've gone over my time, but I can't help it. This is so much information, and I want you guys to get as much as you can. So, this will be the end of our journey deep dive. In this thorough examination, it has been established that Chalindrey Witch Festival demonstrates the power and potential of communities to remake the dark aspects of their past into expressions and celebratory honoring of life and culture. Starting in the 16th century, the fear, the superstition, and the trials then turned into parades, dances, and costume contests. Today, the way Chalindrey has transformed its legacy is impressive and beautiful. The Fête des Sociétés reminds us that history is there and that history can be reimagined into education, knowledge, and the art of celebration. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive and for taking the time to travel the journey through the culture, history, and celebrations with me. Till next time, à plus tard!